let's flip the switch to father-son bonding. So it was an interesting story today that I guess broke, or I don't know if it broke, but it broke the internet apparently. So Lori Harvey is a very attractive 22-year-old woman. For people who I guess her biggest claim to fame right now is she's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. So let's just keep it there. I don't know too much about her outside of that. I know she's like a lot of rappers, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, want her, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know like what she does. I don't know if she's a model. I don't know, but she's very attractive, right? Lori Harvey was dating or with Justin Combs. Justin Combs is Diddy's son. I don't know.
Puff Daddy to you old folks.
Yeah, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Take That. I don't know, whatever else. But he was Justin was her boyfriend and everything like that, and apparently I guess they broke up or whatever, right? So today came out that she had been hanging out with Diddy, and apparently, you know, they're now dating, which spawned a whole bunch of hilarious memes and things like that on the internet. But I guess I want to get into, is this okay? Is this all right? Like, do you find something wrong with this?
Look, technically, there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Because she's past 22. She's
right.
over 18, first of all. She's over 18. No longer, it wasn't like she was still dating the son while, like, fucking Diddy.
Right. Well, we don't know that.
Well, yeah, we don't know that. But, like, as far as we know, like, the story that's been told, like, they were already done, right?
Right.
And this happened. So, technically, you can't really, there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But, like, on a, like, come on, man, level, it's like, that's just weird. Like, you're in the same vagina that your son was in.
Tearing it up. No.
Yeah. Just like, because you know in the back of her head, she's comparing both of you.
Let me show you how daddy do it. Yeah. Take that. Yeah. Where we got that move from? Yeah, that was from me.
Oh, man. And, like, what if she accidentally says the son's name one time?
I don't even know.
It was like, oh, you and your son have the same stroke.
It's wild to me because...
Yeah, it's weird.
It's fucking weird,
technically, nothing wrong with it, but it's weird.
Like, yeah, technically there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to get into all this right now because
right.
We're going to lump this in with the next topic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing on all this stuff. When it comes to, like, dudes dating younger women, right? I look at that shit like that is... I'm always going to look at it as it's weird. We talked about it before for the reasons why, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to something like this is even, like, weirder. Because Diddy is in his 50s now, I believe. I'm going to fact check that right now, just to make a point. But I'm pretty sure Diddy's in his 50s.
At least.
Like
it has to be. Because he was in his 30s back when he was, like, all in the videos and shit like that. You know, that's funny because that's not a dig at Diddy at all.
All in the videos, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're off. He's 49 years old, all right? So he's 1 year away from 50, apparently. So this year he's going to be 50. Looking at that still, Lori Harvey is 22 years old. That would mean that Diddy's over 25 years older than her. Yeah.
I know how you feel about it. It only weirds me out if the person knew them before they were 18. That's the only time it weirds me out.
It's
because if you meet this person past that age and whatever, if you both like each other, whatever, you know, it probably won't last long anyways, stats wise. But that's dead. I mean, technically both adults, so whatever.
But see,
but I get your point of like when Diddy was like 25, she was 0 years old.
Yeah, but fuck even taking it from that, right? I don't even care about that. I'm gonna really take this from like another approach with this shit. Right?
Yeah.
Let's just get to like, I guess, the eye test, like the nitty gritty of shit, right? We all know a bunch of girls, right? Do you remember any girl that when she was that I guess that either you still know or you've seen, after high school or whatever, or middle school, whatever, right? You know any girl that when she was 16, 17 looked drastically different at 21, 22?
Drastically?
Drastically different.
No, that usually happens like when they pass 25. That's when I think the drastic change happens.
Right, but that's because of like life and shit.
Right, yeah.
Most of the time, right? So I'll even do you one further. Do you see a drastic like change from 15 to 18 in women?
Yeah, I do.
So you see a drastic change. I'm not talking about style. I'm not talking about all this other shit. I'm just talking about body composition. Do you see a drastic change between 15 and 18?
Depending, yeah. I'm gonna just go, yeah. I'm not even gonna like, yeah.
See, I'm a fall in the category of I don't really see that much of a difference.
Okay, but this is again a scenario like you knew them at 15 and then you know them at 18, right? That's how you're looking at this.
Right. Not saying that I'm older or anything like that. I'm just saying I knew them at 15.
Yeah.
And I could have been 15. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I see them at 18, right? My thing when it comes to that is when dudes do shit like this, especially older dudes, and I'm just using dudes because I'm a guy. You can switch it for women when it comes to younger men too, whatever you want to do.
We can't really speak on that because we're not that.
Yeah, so, but whatever you want to do, right? I look at it like, okay, if you are willing to stick your penis into that at 22,
your old vagina,
you were willing to stick your dick into that at 18.
I don't know, man. I don't think that's necessarily true.
I feel like, and this is just me throwing out the hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
Because this is purely based off of, like I said, is there that much of a difference? Is there really that much of a difference between that shit, right? Because just looking, from my high school days and everything like that, we knew, like, all the girls that I went to high school with, primarily when I saw them again afterwards or whatever, we were all technically now adults or whatever, they looked the same. Like there was no fucking like maybe there was like one or two, and that was because like they had kids. All right, cool, right? Now your ass got fatter because your hips spread. You had a kid, cool, right? But I don't remember any girl that was like, oh, she looked like a child. Like when I saw her at 16 and now. Oh yeah, at 19, woo, I just can't remember it. Like I don't remember any that looked that drastically different, right? Mind you, when I went to your birthday party and I met now my fiance, we were all 19.
Yeah.
Right. She don't look no damn different. like she does not look any different.
I would need to see a photo.
Like, she does not look any different to me from that period to now, right? And that's the thing that I look at, and I'm just like, again, I'm just
I also
posing.
maybe because like I don't unless like I have a photo of like this is them at 15, this is them at 18, and then really compare. Maybe you're taking like maybe you're right, like on like the averages.
Right.
But in my head, like I don't remember what they look like at 15.
Because
I just remember what they look like now.
Right. I feel like people are going to try to, if they were able to do that test, what people are going to start to do is they're going to start to look at how they were at that age and not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about looking at purely body composition, not what they were.
Some weird fucking world of they're just naked or something.
Yeah, like, all right, if you're just looking at this girl, whatever.
Because style does make you look older, younger,
does,
depending.
super does. So I know that for a fact because obviously there was girls that I went to middle school. Oh, fuck it. This is a great example, right? There was a girl that I went to middle school with, right? I went to middle school with her who recently I just saw again. I haven't seen her since middle school. But she went to high school with Mark and my now fiance, right? But I went to middle school with that girl. I distinctly remember in middle school the same girl. She had, you know what I'm saying, she had little cheeks. I remember this because I remember my circle. I
I don't know. It just does because we're talking about kids and you're like little. I don't know. It's just
we were the same. We're the same age.
I know. I'm just expressing a thought.
But she had cheeks, right? I remember my group of friends were just like, you know what I'm saying? She looked good and everything, whatever.
She did.
All right, and I was like, yeah, like she did. Now, but whatever.
Now that I've experienced the world, I realized she was nothing but average.
No, but okay. So anyway, if she hears this, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, not like you care.
But whatever. Thanks for the view. Like all the little niggas, the dumb niggas commenting on the Tupac shit. Thanks for the
Y'all
view.
some nerds.
Like, y'all some nerds. As you type on YouTube, y'all niggas don't even really be out there like that.
Yeah, clearly you are.
Oh my. Whoa, Nelly. He figured us out. On his fucking Dell.
Fuck his Acer.
But
Come on,
anyway,
they don't got Dell money.
we need that Dell. Come on, we love you, baby. We'll take this sponsor.
We'll bring it back.
But so I look at it like, okay, I saw her at, as a kid, so we were like fucking 12, 13, whatever, right? And yeah, cool, right? And now seeing her drastically now, the age that we are, and I know she's the same age, right? Drastically different, right? Drastically different. But looking at her, I know that there are some enhancements around, right? Which is cool.
I
Fine.
saw the surgical scars.
I saw some stuff, which is fine.
She showed it off. It was weird.
But drastically different, right? Looking at her now, if I didn't know the girl back in middle school, I would be like, okay. This is like...
This is an adult woman.
Yeah, this is an adult woman or whatever, right? But knowing the girl from middle school, right? And then seeing her now, my head tells me, holy shit, you had to do some stuff to get to this point because I saw your body when you were that age, and then my girl saw you when you were in high school, and it wasn't that much of a difference.
Right.
It like you had to get to the point where you had to do some things to make it look. Now she looks drastically different, right? And that goes to my whole point with this shit. I'm like, is there like, of course, from middle school to high school, there's a big change, but that's probably like the last huge change you're gonna like make. Some people do like have some late growth spurts and everything like that. Because I like for me, I felt like I was like 5'7" or whatever, like for a while, and then like as soon as I hit senior year or whatever, I like shot up to like.
You left me behind.
Yeah, my bad.
Back
bro.
here, it's 5'7".
But I shot up to like 5'11", and now like with shoes and shit, I'm like 6'1" or whatever, right? But like that was like the last huge like growth spurt I had or whatever, right? Nothing really says high school, right? And that's how I look at all these people and I see like, oh, okay, Diddy's dating this 22-year-old girl. I look at it and I'm like, okay, unless she had some surgeries, which is from what I've seen, whatever, she looks quite all natural, right?
Right.
From what I've seen, like I said, I don't know her life, but she looks like she was born with all that. If you like that at that age, you would like that at 18. If you like that at 18, you'd probably like that a year before 18. Just because
I get your disgust with it. Like I get it. It makes perfect sense. Like there's no arguing it because it's just logically correct.
Right.
But because now thinking about your question like that, a little more time to think about it. In the body sense, yeah, not that much of a difference if they're not like working at like
right.
like doing a whole bunch of squats
right,
or whatever,
right.
That shit, right? There's something in the face. There's something in the face that's like this person's older. It's I can't really explain it, but that's where my mind's taking me. Like when I think about like how like from like 15 to 18, like the question we posed. Mm-hmm. There's something in their face that like, oh, they've grown. Maybe they don't look different body wise, but like to me, it's always been like I can tell like you're older now. Like it's a.
But see, you're taking it from a standpoint of someone who doesn't like children, which is why your mind's going, oh yeah, it's something in the face that makes them look older. But as we see through society and stuff, women do stuff to make themselves look younger, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, I feel like women are doing the same thing when they're 22 as what they're trying to do at 32, as what they're trying to do at 42, which is look younger in the face and stuff like that, right? That's why the makeup and everything is supposed to enhance all this shit, right? You're coming from a perspective of someone who don't like kids, so you're like, yeah, no, she look old and everything, like, low, and we look for that because that's what we want,
Yeah, the older look.
like the older look, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm like, to me, I feel like, and no one wants to talk about it, or maybe because no one wants to go dig up that little hole. But I feel like there's something mentally that makes these women go towards that younger thing. And I don't know what it is, because I'm not saying that it's like the pedophilia shit.
It's biology. It's the straight up like old school caveman biology shit of like you need to the best person to spread your seed and like carry on genetics is the young fertile one.
Right. Hey,
So I'm thinking it's that. It has to be that for those people.
I don't know, because I see like certain chicks on Instagram and stuff. I'm like, damn, she bad. Damn, she
Right.
bad. And I know for a fact, which is funny now, like a lot of these girls are probably like a year or two younger than us. Which to me, it's not a big difference because we're still in the same age bracket.
Right.
But to me, I'm like, damn, they're probably younger than me or everything like that, which is crazy now. But I still look at girls that are clearly not my age. They're way older than me. I'm just like, I'll take her down.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll show her what this young buck could do.
it has never gone the opposite way. Like, I haven't seen a girl that's 18 and been like, yeah. Like, I haven't seen it, right? Like, it doesn't hit me like that. Like we talked about. We go to a gym where it's primarily high schoolers. And like I said, if you don't know, right? Which is funny. I don't think one of our friends knows. Actually, I don't think two of our friends know, which makes it very funny.
I never thought of that. That's hilarious.
They've said some very funny comments that I've kept to myself.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know, huh? Yeah, you ain't put two and two together yet. But a lot of these girls, right? They're trying to make their body look older, but we know that they're not of age.
Yeah.
Like, most of them are not of age. Some of them are. Some of them probably like maybe like a year or two out.
And you could really tell is when they talk to each other.
Right.
You could tell their age, especially when the guys and girls are talking to each other.
Right.
It is so spazzy.
And also, you can tell by the mannerisms.
Oh,
Like,
so yeah.
It's very like
like nervous.
yeah, very like
and,
looking around at people. Is
trying
everyone
to be
watching
very
me?
like like machismo, fucking.
It's very like it's like calm down. All right,
Yeah,
but
all of a sudden he's lifting 3 times the weight he was lifted before.
yeah. So strong.
Let me teach you how to do this workout.
But it looks like you can still only lift
Yeah.
one plate, but it's fine. But so it's looking at that. Our friends they'll make the same comments.
Yeah.
That like someone, because they're thinking that these girls are of age.
Right.
My thing is, I've never been in that position. I've never seen a girl that's 18 and been like, ooh, damn, like I
Right.
definitely would or whatever, like whatever. I haven't done it, right? Which makes me think, I'm like, is it a mental thing? Is it something where it's like your mind just takes you because I have friends who specifically they don't want to date girls that are their age. They want to date girls that are younger than them, which I don't find it weird because I mean they're of age, but but my thing is like, why deal with that?
I want to say it's like a power thing, being the older, like, we talked about like, oh, people see older as mature
Right.
and wiser, so they want to be that person by default in the relationship.
That shit is crazy.
I've seen it's weird. Like when I'm like, who gives a shit about that? Like,
Right.
You take that rather than just like clicking with somebody,
Right.
Like even if they're your age or older or whatever.
Right, my girl, she hates the fact that she is 3 months older than me. She hates it. Like,
Cradle robber.
yeah, guys, no, don't do that. I'm gonna say something that's gonna, no, don't do that. But she hates that fact, and she wishes I was older, so she can be the young one. And I was just like, you know how weird that would be? Like, why would you want that? Like, she's like, yeah, I still want to be older and everything. I'm like, see, that goes back to my whole thing
3
about.
months.
I'm like, it's 3 months. First of all, we're the same age. Second of all, it's like, so you would literally just really want to just date older dudes just because you want to be young.
It's just weird, man.
That's weird. Like, and I'm like, and there's a lot of girls that think like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, that's insanely weird because I'm like, you want these older men to do things to you. To me, it goes back to a mental thing of like, when did this develop? Because if you're saying that, oh, just because I'm 20 whatever, right? Oh no, they have to be older. I'm like, okay, I feel like at 18 they have to be older, and at 15 they have to be older. Like where did it? You know what I'm saying? Like where did it just magically go? Like on my head? Like you know what? I'm 21. I want to date older men. Like it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't because
What is okay? I'm gonna ask you something. What is the definition of like older? How many more years do they have to be ahead of you?
I would say once we get past
At any age, like let's say like because you say like the 15-year-old, the 18-year-old, the 23-year-old, whatever.
right.
They all like, oh, you know what? I'm this age. I want to date older people. Like what's the fucking age range of like? Because technically, if you're a month younger than the person, that person's older than you.
Right.
So like, what is the like? What do you think is the age they're talking about? Like 5 years more, 10 years more, what?
I feel like 5 years more is okay. I feel like there's gonna be issues that you have to deal with, but I feel like it won't be like a thing to like the world. I feel like when it gets weird is when you start get to basically. I feel like when you go anywhere from like 7 and above, now you might be hitting like a kind of like all right, like this is getting kind of like
Yeah.
it's kind of just
Our opinion is different there because I think if you've met past 18, I just don't think it matters. To a certain extent, like I'm not talking about like the 60-year-old
right,
with the 18-year-old. That's fucking weird.
right.
But like with this kind of shit, I mean, it's not like Diddy's like some like fucking like geriatric fucking old person. Like he still looks like like it's a surprise that he's 50 when you look at him. Maybe I don't know. I don't really stare at him too much. It was a surprise when I heard he's 50. But let's get back to him like doing that shit. Like, do you see the problem? Like really like I pass your view of like this is way older. When he was 25, she was 0.
Right.
Like, would you stop him from doing this?
Off top.
You would stop him from doing this?
Off top.
Like if you're one of his friends, you'd be like, hey, you gotta stop.
Like don't do this. Like don't do this at all. Because
On a public image thing or just
both on a public image thing. One, because you look crazy. Like, and for everyone, like I said, who you might disagree with me. You might say like, oh, it's fine because they're of age. That's fine. That's cool. I'm saying you look crazy because one, she was just fucking your son.
Yeah.
That alone makes you look crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, and then you add the fact, like Mark keeps saying, when you were 25, she was not born. That makes you look even wilder, right? So,
what if he gave this reason? I'm gonna take the son part out of it real quick. Okay. What if he gave the reason? He's just like, man, I'm not trying to marry her. I'm just trying to have fun.
Again, so then that goes to my whole aspect of if you're just trying to have fun and everything, right? So let's just say he's just trying to smash or whatever, right? Or he is smashing.
To himself that he still got it. Yeah, I can still pull a 22-year-old.
Or he is smashing or whatever, right? Yeah. At that point, at your age, I feel like you got to be a lot more discreet about that shit. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day and everything, because I feel like this shit happens. That's my issue. I feel like this happens all the time. I feel like because these niggas don't know who they're sleeping with and everything like that. These niggas, when they meet these strippers and everything like that, it don't matter. You stripping, that means that you're of legal age, or at least that you're supposed to be of legal age. Yeah. So whatever, when they meet these bottle girls, yeah, of course, you're legal age and everything like that. They meet these fans or whatever, of course, right? This shit happens. I feel like when you get to the position of you're a Diddy, and you know that this girl's in the public eye, and the funny thing about Lori Harvey is she's been running through a lot of niggas, right? Which is hilarious, right?
She a player.
Yeah, so like hot girl summer, y'all got a point because Lori Harvey, she been out here, right? But anyway, when you're of that fucking stature and everything like that, right? This is gonna be so weird because now I actually have a Friends reference to make towards this because my girl watches Friends and now I've been able to watch a lot of it. There was that one episode of Friends where David Arquette's wife, Courtney Cox, I don't know her character's name or whatever, but she was sleeping with one of her dad's friends.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and they would only meet at his place. Like they wouldn't go out or anything like that. They basically every time they did something, they was always back at his place and everything like that. And then she was like, "I just wanted to be physical. Let's just have sex and everything because dude was fire and everything like that." So it just happened like that. That type of stuff was clearly because A, it's her dad's friend. B, also the age gap was ridiculous, right?
It was ridiculous.
And it was like, I can't be out with you, and you can't be out with me, because once we're seen together, everyone's gonna lose their shit. Yeah. So it's like they kept it discreet. So I feel like the same way about Diddy. It's like, now if you want to be banging this girl out, bang her out. Like I said, she's grown. It don't matter. I don't care about that. It's still weird in my opinion, but I don't care, right? My thing is, once you get to that level of what you are, and you feel like you're gonna walk out with this girl and everything, and y'all dating and stuff and everything like that or whatever, you gotta understand at that point, okay, you're gonna be left to the scrutiny of not only this shit, but also people are gonna start questioning everything that you've ever done or been with or whatever. They're gonna be like, okay, who was this girl? How old was she? Now you got the whole fucking rumors of, actually I heard he was sleeping with a 17-year-old at one point. He didn't even know. All that shit. Like you're putting yourself,
he didn't even know.
Like you're putting yourself up for a lot of shit because you're fucking with someone who is not even close to your age.
Let's take the public figure out of it. Let's say he's not Diddy. He's just a regular dude. Mm-hmm. What about in that situation?
Like in the same scenario of them going out.
Yeah, like doing all this stuff. Like,
yeah, it still holds up. Because I'm like...
So you think people will still... Like, no matter what, people are still going to question, like, the people that he's been with? Like, oh, he might have been with a 17-year-old.
Off top, I feel like it's going to happen. And that's the thing, because that's just the world we live in. Like, people are going to... They're going to try to connect dots that don't exist. But because you've done that, and you've put yourself out there, people are going to go there.
I guess. Yeah, man, it's hard for me to grasp this, because...
Cause I just want to fuck some 13-year-olds, man. That's all I want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's my thing. I go 50 and above or 13
and below, baby.
Nothing between, right? Very specific.
All you girls in my DMs need to stop it. All right?
If you're not 50 plus, leave me alone.
Show me your little sister or your mama. That's what I'm going after these days. I'll make an exception if you got kids or if you're married, but
that adds 5 years. Oh, fuck, that's so weird.